Carson Tate's video log. I'm here outside of Recovering Heart Bookstore in P-Town with Elizabeth Wheeler.
Hello.
You go by Libby, right?
Yes, I do.
So, your first novel, is this your first novel in the whole world?
Well, I've written lots of things that didn't really belong in the public domain, so this is the first one I thought needed to be out there in some way, shape, or form. Other things had no business.
Okay. Yeah. Azure's Fault?
Yes.
Is it Azure?
Asher. Asher's
Okay.
Fault.
In my head.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Things do that with me too. It's all good.
So it's part of Bullstroke's young adult line. But why don't you tell everybody a little bit, what would you say is, if you had to summarize the book in, however many words or less?
Okay, Asher's Fault is the story of a 14-year-old protagonist in rural Florida who gets really obsessed with the idea of regular photography. So he gets his camera and he only takes black and white pictures, and he's really into that mode. The crux of the story is that the moment he experiences his first same-sex kiss is the same moment that his little brother, who's supposed to be watching, drowns. So it's dealing with some hefty stuff because the kid is going through his parents' divorce, and he's also going through his sexuality, and he has faith concerns as well. And it's all about a story of fault and blame and how we all forgive and love and get to that place and understand that everybody carries their own thing, and that everyone accepts all kinds of stuff that they shouldn't have no business doing. So ultimately it's a story about forgiveness. Yeah.
And redemption.
And redemption, for sure.
Yeah, because there's lots of layers to it. I mean, the way you made it sounded kind of depressing.
Yeah. And I like to turn around and be like, yeah, it's a funny read. It's funny, but it's got that quirky lightness to it.
Yeah, there's a lot of good quirk to it, and I really enjoyed him, and I enjoyed how he saw the world both through the camera and through his own eyes.
Yes,
so,
yes.
Definitely different.
Yeah.
And then he could go back at pictures and see things he hadn't seen.
Exactly. What you choose to focus on, the lens you use for the world, is very specific and individualized. And so I think for him in particular, he's not aware that it means anything, but we do. The reader has the ability to understand that there's multiple layers going on here, and the complexity that's far beyond him at this point in his life. But it's
Well, and that's something I want to talk about is, there's some young adult books that are meant just for young adults to read. Mm-hmm. And then there's some young adult books that have something for young adults, but they also may have layers in them that, go ahead, if Radcliffe always likes to pass through. There's some young adult books that have something for young adults, but then they also have a whole nother layer for us, older folk. Because I'm not that old. I'm like 25.
Well, of course, yeah.
Yeah,
me too.
But so when you set out writing it, did you set out to write for young people, or?
No, I did not. Initially, when I was writing the book, it was considered for an adult audience, and I thought that the circumstances were a little too complex for a YA audience. And then I realized, as a teacher, I should know better, that they can handle it. They're a sophisticated crew. Kids today appreciate and respect honesty. No, don't pull any punches. Just give it right straight to them. And it has a lot of honesty to it, a lot of quirkiness to it, and I'd like to think humor infused with the darkness. You don't stay in a dark place. Nobody does.
Yeah.
And so you can't just, well, I hope not. But your hope is that there's that lightness that comes along with it. And with Asher, there's a lot of dark stuff happening. But then there's that quirky, weird, silly stuff that occurs too. So,
oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So originally it was for adults, and then I realized, no, this is its own. YA is its own.
So you're a teacher.
I am a teacher.
I used to teach.
Did you really?
I did, really. And you're right. Kids we're much greater capacity than a lot of people give them credit for.
And their resilience is phenomenal. And I'm blown away by their ability to be resilient even under the most difficult of circumstances.
I really, really enjoyed this book. So are you working on another?
I am.
Okay, excellent. Tell us something. Can you tell us anything?
I can.
Are you superstitious about that?
No. I won't say any. Well, it's not brilliant yet. I'm working hard. But I want to make sure that if the second book isn't as good as the second one, if the second one isn't as good as the first one, then I'm not willing to let it go until it is. And right now it's not singing yet, but it's a sequel to Asher's Fault.
Oh, excellent.
And so we're exploring some more of his journey. But I'm still I'm still working on his layers and complexity. I'm not satisfied. And so in that respect, so yes, I'm working, but no, there's not much to say because I keep it all.
No, I understand. I'm kind of the same way. I don't like to let it go. I'm a very trusted few.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so Asher's Fault. This is Libby, Elizabeth Wheeler.
Hi.
And you can buy her book at boldstrokesbooks.com.
Thank you.
What are you enjoying the most about P-Town?
People?
It's lots of those.
Yeah.
Tons of
actually meeting the people who, I don't know.
Brought your book to shelves.
Yeah, it's kind of awe-inspiring and awesome.
Totally. All right, well, this is Carson Tate's video log signing out.